Movie Holics!
What up, guys? I'm Monica Kasserk.
And I'm Kyler Wilson.
And you're watching The Before,
The After,
and The After.
That's right. Monica's hosting.
What? No.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
She's hosting. Okay, so for our second film, we're still killing some time, and we're gonna go see Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
And now you are actually officially interested in this movie.
Yeah.
She wasn't before.
I wasn't before until I saw interviews and yeah.
So I've heard a bunch of people talk about it at this point, and I'm hearing that it is straight up a filmmaker's movie.
Which is what I guess intrigued me about it when I first saw it, when they were doing interviews on it, because I was like, what? Because when I first saw it, I was like, and then, so I was like, okay, it's about being on set and stuff like that, so I thought that would be fun.
Yeah, there's like a 20-minute segment apparently about extras that is supposed to be really, really funny. So that should be really fun for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm anxious to see it. Are you anxious to see it?
Anxious to see it.
Yes. We'll let you know how it is, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Peace. The annoyance is real. The annoyance is real. Holy mother of God. Whew. That was the most stressful 5 minutes of the day. I gotta use the restroom, but I don't even, I can't.
You'll probably be waiting,
I can't. I just can't. I don't understand what's going on in there. Ugh.
Church folk. I guess I'd assume it's church folk.
Yeah, we're thinking a bunch of people came to see Risen, maybe.
Church folk are the only people that stay in huddles and talk.
So weird. There's no regard for anybody that wants to go anywhere.
Nope.
They're just standing in giant groups figure it out. Oh, okay. So, Hail Caesar. What'd you think?
I liked it. There's some nuisances with it, but I liked it.
It was good.
I feel like sometimes dialogue went on too long, because I started to get
I
started to doze off in the mind when they were talking too long.
I don't feel like.
I don't know.
I feel like it's missing some closure of some sort. I don't want it all tidied up in a bow, but I mean,
it would feel like
there's all these different storylines, and only one of them ended, and that was Channing Tatum's. But all the other storylines, it just felt open, so I don't know. Very well acted, very, very well made. I have a couple technical gripes, from an aesthetic standpoint, but I can talk about those in the discussion. All in all, I would probably not recommend it to most people, though.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. For sure.
I clearly enjoyed it a little bit more, and I think you probably did as well from the filmmaking standpoint, because it is truly a filmmaker's movie.
Right.
But most people, like the stupid fucking kids behind us, won't get it.
They probably did. That's probably why. Oh my God. I just can't believe. I can't believe it.
All in all, though, I think it was mostly good. I just wouldn't recommend it to the majority of the populace out there. Not me personally. I just don't think a lot of people will really find it all that funny.
No, yeah.
But still a fun film. I enjoyed it. In hindsight, I could have waited to see it on DVD, though.
Yeah, agreed.
I didn't
almost at the last minute was like,
didn't have to do it in the theater, but it was half free, so I mean,
yeah, that's true.
We're so baller with our rewards that.
I'm going straight, bro.
Oh shoot! This was a double turn. We're so baller with our rewards, we got a free movie ticket, so it was all right. Check it in the discussion. Talk to you soon.
All right, guys, welcome back. So we are at our second part from our 2-movie Sunday that we had.
Double feature Sunday.
Double feature fest.
Sunday.
On Monday.
Tuesday, I believe. It's Tuesday, right?
Sale times on Wednesday.
You have a concern.
No, it is Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday.
Great.
So, yes. So, let's start off with... So, the movie we watched was Hail Caesar.
Yes.
But we are going to start off with the previews that we saw for Hail Caesar. Before we were so rudely interrupted by kids in the back.
Oh, God. Sidebar. I visualized...
Kyle about lost his marbles. I about lost my marbles.
I visualized throwing this kid 3 rows down. Ooh, I was so angry.
never expected to go into a movie like this and hear so much talking and nonsense.
Caesar!
I'm thinking it's gonna be quiet, it's gonna be old people.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with old people. I mean, it seems like more younger people I don't think would understand.
I just wasn't expecting the 16-year-olds behind us to be just... I don't even know what's going on. Well, if you shut the fuck up and watch the movie, you know.
Oh, these kids were atrocious. And it's ultimately because I think they were movie theater hopping and they couldn't get into Deadpool.
They couldn't get into Deadpool. That is exactly...
Until they finally figured out how to get into Deadpool and they finally left. And we were like... Dude, at this point, Kyler was about to lose.
I was about to lose it.
Mind.
And she just kept going, it's okay, baby.
It's okay. Because I was about to lose it for him, so he wouldn't have to take the cake in front of the people, his friends that were down in the front.
I am straight telling you that if you had not been there, it would have ended poorly for me.
You can't have much, yeah.
Without further ado.
The previews. All right, so first one, we got to see the green room again.
And same preview.
Same thoughts.
Yep.
This movie is going to be jacked up.
Yep.
And we're most likely going to see it.
Yep. Agreed.
So if you haven't watched that preview yet, watch it. Let us know what you think. All right. Next up, The Nice Guys. Of course, Kyler did it. Trailer trash on this. Yeah. So it'll be a fun movie.
I'm working with one of those actors right now. I'm working with Margaret Qualley, who is you remember what is the girl's name from Groundhog Day?
Talking about Andie MacDowell?
Andie MacDowell, yeah, it's her daughter.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So working with her on a movie called The Novitiate right now. It's she's a very sweet girl. So
nice. So are we seeing this in the movie theater, Netflix?
I would want to see it personally in the theater. Based on this preview, this is my kind of film. This is it's just my kind of film.
And me and Russell Crowe go way back,
so
it's only right for our relationship.
So there you go. All right, I'll move out. Packing my bags.
So we're never gonna see that. The next preview that we saw was Money Monster.
Yes, this is the George Clooney joint. And what's her name?
I feel like it was
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. It was like, to me, the preview was like watching John Q mixed with
Mad City.
Yeah.
With John Travolta.
Yes.
I still thought it looked pretty good though. It was pretty intense. It's all happening live on television.
Right, which you don't get to see much of nowadays.
Yeah, it was it was interesting at least.
I think it'll definitely be a movie for people in the news business to watch because, what are their protocols when
do they have
what even happens? And I think that's what probably draws attention to it is because I don't think we've
it's a unique situation.
Yeah, it's a situation we ain't been put in before necessarily, except for what V for Vendetta, but that was not even
it's
legit,
super art stylized. Yeah.
So I don't know if I really want to see this in theater. I feel like this is a Redbox. We'll probably end up buying it.
No, I totally am there with you, but depending on what's out that week, I can totally see us checking it out to review.
Depending on what's out that week.
So there you have it.
Keep an eye.
Based on this preview and this preview alone, I'd probably skip it at the theater.
Alright. Okay, next one is Eddie the Eagle.
A real trailer this time.
Real trailer.
This one, okay, so I'm going to take this. This was actually a fairly good trailer.
It was.
All things considered.
It seems like a nice little heartwarming. What's that movie about the Jamaican people that do bobsledding?
Cool Runnings.
Cool. I feel like it's a cute little version of that.
Cool Runnings. Yeah, fair
like
enough.
a heartwarming, like, oh, you're not supposed to be able to do this, but you're gonna do this, and you're gonna like it. And even if I don't win, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Exactly.
And it seems like one of those heartwarming, fill me up, make me, inspire me movies.
Based on the trailer, though, I mean, the trailer is good, but based on this trailer and this trailer alone, I'd skip it.
Yeah.
It's not really all that. It's not that interesting of a movie.
Yeah.
It was a good trailer. I get it, and
I'm just not interested in that.
I feel like I saw everything I needed to see
in the trailer.
So
for sure.
That's what we got.
Yeah. Okay. The next movie trailer that we saw. I lost track of what I was going to say. So, okay, so if I go off in a tangent like that, it's because I don't know what I'm fixing to say.
On a tangent.
Okay. So, next movie is Neighbors 2.
Sorority, whatever. I think I'm
the rehashing of the original.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Only with girls.
I think it might have like a tag name, like sorority something. But, anyways,
I feel like we watched it already.
Yeah, the only thing they've added is boobs, like, and I don't know.
Efron chesticles.
Yeah, but like I said, boobs.
I don't know. Like, I laughed at one thing, like I said.
There are a couple funny parts in it, and I'm sure that if I watched it, it'd be funny, but I'm not dying to see this movie.
Not at all. Nope, this will be a legit, probably a Netflix.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill with nachos.
Because that's how we Netflix and chill.
Netflix and nachos.
We Netflix and chill with some nachos and some,
actually El Brulins.
Would this be a Hulu and Hunker Down maybe?
Hulu and a Hunker Down.
Based on this trailer, whatever. I'd skip it. Skip it.
Oh, the next one. The Boss. And the reason I smile like that is because how many times have we seen this before? With the same person.
And Melissa McCarthy, man,
I'm totally over it. And I'm sorry if you're totally fans. Totally fine. But you can't not admit to the fact that she's basically rehashed over and over and over. Just in a different way.
Same character, over and over. That's it.
So I have no interest in it. If I want to watch a supposed Girl Scout movie, I will watch True Beverly Hills because that's where it is.
And those girls, like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, her, Amy Schumer, the same, like, they play the same part every single time. We're just starting to get a bunch of people that do that.
And it's all because they get that weird shock wow factor that women don't usually do. So now it's like, they can do it. And it's funny. No, not Chris. Who's the short black guy? I can't remember his name. Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. Not Chris Hart. I knew his part.
I was like, what?
Kevin Hart, same thing. Like, he's just like...
Even though he's funny on stand-up, I think he needs to sit down from the movies a little bit.
Yeah, it's just the same stuff over and over and over.
McCarthy sit down from the movies a little bit.
Come on. Anyways.
Yeah, but ultimately, I will not be watching this.
I would never watch it. I would never watch this movie.
I wouldn't either.
I don't think I've seen the last 3.
I'm pretty sure when this movie comes out, you can probably cut the same scenes from the other movies and interject them into them.
You've seen one,
or play them side by side of her like falling on a couch or farting or...
Seriously, if you've seen one Melissa McCarthy movie, you've seen every Melissa McCarthy movie.
Food, eating...
I have not seen one shred of emotional depth in her acting. Not once.
Maybe I'm from her TV show, but that was still like...
I never watched that, so I can't.
I kind of watched a little bit of it the other night, but I just wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
So...
Fair enough.
So that is it for those previews.
I think this is the shortest ever. Legitimately, there were 6 previews. 6. And we're like, we're used to like 7, 8, 9 previews sometimes. This had 6.
Yeah, they were like, let's get to this point.
Let's get to the movie.
And so now we're going to get to this movie.
Boom.
Alright, so the movie, Hail Caesar. The Coen Bros.
They did a good job.
They did do a good job. Now, the main thing about this is that a lot of people feel like it fell kind of flat, or it didn't have a real true oomph.
Right.
True finishing, I guess. Meaning, so let's start off with the setting.
No.
I like the setting. I like that it took us back.
It's believable. Like, it's totally a real looking world. That's straight up. They made this, you know, they did some CG shots of like the backlot, and they look very CG. Mm-hmm. But the world around them in camera, it was totally real.
Yeah, and I liked it. I liked the look. I like being able to still see. I don't know. I guess because I like to watch older movies like that,
right.
And so I think it was kind of cool to like see it in color.
Yeah.
So, but
did they give a year?
Did they get a what?
Did they give a year that this took place?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did either.
I don't remember seeing one.
And it's Capitol Studios, which is I think that was all fake. I don't think it was based on a real thing. But you know, I'm not sure if it was a real studio or not. But based on what my education in film history and studying film studios back in the day, and seeing the footage, the archival footage, and that kind of stuff, like they pretty much hit this spot on. And you know, with period pieces, it's always really fun. Which is one of the reasons why I want to see The Nice Guys. It's always really fun because every single thing in it, every single thing in the frame has to be period, or it will stand out like a sore thumb.
Mm-hmm. It has to be legit.
We get yelled at all the time, like it's on this movie, people just left their phones, laying on tables and stuff, and it's like, bro, like that's the kind of stuff that ruins good takes,
Right.
So get control of yourself. So. That kind of stuff, it really sold the world to me.
Right. And that's what we need, more selling of the world.
Yes.
So,
God, it's so annoying.
As far as selling it, what do you think about all the acting?
What do I think about the acting? I thought 99% of the acting was amazing.
Agreed. Everybody did really good. Even, I guess, Channing Tatum, for what he did.
He was the 1% that...
Yes! Like, what was he even there for?
He was the 1% that... It's just like he didn't even really do anything. He had his moment. You know what I mean? He did fine doing the dance routine.
And he actually had to learn how to tap dance because that was the one dance he did not know how to do.
That's interesting.
I know.
So that stuff's all fine, and he delivered the lines that he did have fine. But I mean, he was just an inconsequential sort of character. Hey y'all, hey, chill out.
Looking stupid.
But he was just kind of an inconsequential character, which hilariously enough, it was one of my gripes of the film was like, he's one of the only characters who had a beginning, middle, and an end to his story. Right.
Yeah. That is for. Like. Well, I guess you can say like Scarlett Johansson had an end. She ended up marrying.
Yeah, but they had to do that with exposition off camera. They didn't show what happened to her. They just said there was a couple throwaway lines like, yeah, well, she had it taken care of last night. It was just like, it was a little clunky. But that said, who is the kid? Who's the
I love that little dude, and he's really been in two things that I know of. He was in what's the movie that? What was the movie that they shot here in Nashville with Nicole Kidman?
Stoker.
He was in that.
Ah.
He was the boy that she kind of liked, and he was gonna try to force it on her. So that's him, and then he was in a witch movie that I watched. And you were like, was it good? And I was like, they have some good cinematography, but I can't.
Interesting.
So so he's only been in a couple things. He did amazing from what I saw. From what that witch movie, I don't know what that witch movie is, y'all, but it was atrocious. But he did really good, and I found myself being like intrigued by him because I'm like, I feel like he's legitimately. He's legitimately what people like your mom loved seeing back in the day,
for
like
sure.
that boy cuteness that can ride a horse, and you're a legit Western actor. I really liked him.
I found myself anytime the camera would cut away to a different story, I found myself going, I'd really like them to go back to this guy.
And the fact that he was the character that he was, so it made me think, well, was it really like that back then with Westerners? Like,
well, what I can tell you...
Could they really act or no?
Well, some. I mean, in his case, he could not. But I can tell you this: what the stuff that happened in the film, where they were talking about like the studio wants to put you in a relationship with this person, or they want to reimagine your look and take him out of it. That did happen. The studio owned you back then.
Okay.
Like as an actor back then, actors were not treated well. Like they were stars and everything, and once they got to a certain level, they could, but they were just cogs in a wheel, like everybody else. You know what I mean? They would sometimes shoot like upwards of 10 different scenes from 10 different movies in a day, because it was all a manufacturing process. So it was crazy. They really could just be like, nope, we're taking you out of this Western even though you're great at it, and I'm going to put you over here and you're going to be,
just because we need
you're going to be this thing even though you suck. We need to reimagine
your look. Yeah. And I think that was really interesting to see, because I was just like, what? How I do it? But yeah, I was totally intrigued by him, and I really liked him in this. It makes me want to see what he's going to do more. Of course, Josh Brolin, always.
Dude, some of my favorite, two of my favorite points in the entire movie.
Don't you wish you could run around smacking a bitch? That's what I want to do. I want to be the bitch smacker. I want to be the person that runs around on set and goes, pop, pop, snap out of it, you hear? We got movies to make over here. I don't know why I'm doing like 8 different accents.
It was so good.
But
it was so good. You did it twice, and it was amazing both times.
But he was just that Josh Brolin.
I mean, he did great. I mean, but he definitely wasn't a standout. I expected him to do exactly what he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only standout, like straight standout performance to me was that kid's.
That's
like,
dude, yeah.
Everybody did great. Again, it was amazing acting. You know, George Clooney did awesome. Tilda Swinton did awesome twice. Scarlett Johansson was fine. The one line that Jonah Hill got was delivered, of course, perfectly.
He said, I didn't think I was even going to have that line in his interview. He was apparently supposed to be quiet. And it just happened. They were just like, here you go.
That's funny. So it was, the acting was great.
Yeah, totally great.
And
I think it made it more likable.
Ralph Fiennes,
considering the somewhat emptiness that was felt.
Yeah.
From my point of view for this.
Yep.
What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene would be with that kid. Would it twir? Would it twir? Would it twir? No. Would it twir?
I think that was.
Would it twir? Would it twir?
Let's be real. That was the standout scene of this movie, because
he goes, Mr. I'm sorry, Mr. Lawrence, and he's like, it's Lawrence. I am so sorry. I mean, no
Mr.
disrespect,
Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence. It's Lawrence, actually, but
that was the scene of the movie.
Dude, that scene was so great. Like, this is what I said when every time I was just wanting them to go back and do more stuff like that.
Yes, I feel like it kind of got away.
If the entire movie had just been that character and that progression, I would have been on cloud 9 with this.
Yeah,
movie.
Totally agree. That was my favorite part of the movie. All the extras having to sit there and wait, and then don't even know what he's doing here, and you gotta learn and then the door. I've seen that happen on set where
because they're fake doors, like they're like don't trust anything you ever see on camera ever. In fact, side note, we just shot in a place today. I can't tell you where, but we just shot in a place today that we shot on Still the King, and it's a church, and it's just an old church, and it's a cute little quaint church that we've used on Still the King. We shot there today, and we made it look like the ugliest, most decrepit church with, like, the doors are falling off of it and everything. That's what you do. Like, you make the location work for you. And it blew my mind. I was like, I would not believe this was the same church. If I didn't know that it wasn't, I wouldn't think it was the same church.
Right.
It's a usable church. People actually go there. So.
No, that was totally the best scene. And just seeing that, that's American.
Yeah, it was great. There were a couple other standout scenes though. Both times where Josh Brolin Actually, I think probably. Ooh, you know what? I got a second, a close second. And the reason it's a close second is because it rings so true to me. All right, and it's where Josh Brolin goes the second time to the priest. Mm-hmm. He's blessed me, Father, for I've sinned. How long has it been? This is the scene from the preview that we've all seen. It's been 27 hours. And he's like, really? It's just too frequently. You're not that bad of a guy.
Right.
And he's like, Father, I just he's wanting some advice, and he's like, what if there's this job? Sorry, there's some setup here that I'm forgetting to tell you. He gets offered a really good job outside of the film industry, like a job you'd be stupid not to take, right? And he goes, there's this job, and what if this job was really easy, and I could take that job and everything would be fine. But then there's this job, and it's hard. It's so hard. And sometimes it's so hard I don't even think that I can get through it. But it just feels right. Mm-hmm. And he goes, what would you do? And the priest goes, I think God wants you to do what's right. And I was like, hallelujah! I mean, like, because I straight have been there, you know what I mean? Like, I've been there with working in the film industry and just going, oh, this is so stupid. Why am I doing this to myself? And it's because it's amazing, like it sucks, but it's incredible, talking to one of my bosses, I'll remain nameless, but he said, my wife's like, you're miserable. And he's like, yeah, but I love it. And it's so true. It's so true, man. To see the final product and to see, like, God, your blood, sweat, and tears that went into this is coming to life and people are watching it and they're loving it, it's just, it feels right. And so when he said it, I was like, damn, buddy, if I don't know what that means, So that was a close second.
All right. Okay, so all that being said, was this movie great? Was this a good movie? Was this a great movie? To me, it was a good movie. Oh man, this is hard because I don't feel like it. I feel like there was an emptiness in it. There were things that I just.
There were great things about this movie. There were great things in this movie.
And ultimately, that's what it is. It's just a hash of good things mixed into one thing that don't fall out to anything important. It's just. I guess I show off the greatness of these scenes.
It was, if I have to say what is it, I'm going to say it's a good film. It's a great made film, but it's just a good film to me, all in all. Because, story, this, story is a huge, huge thing for me. It's the most important thing for me. I'm of the opinion that you could have a lower quality film, but a great story, and have a better film than a great quality film and a bad story,
Right.
So, there just wasn't enough summation to the characters, like,
just another day.
Yeah, I mean, it really was just like that.
Just
another day. Well, but that's not typically what makes for a great film.
Right.
Just another day. That was just another day in the life. But like I said, I would have preferred to continue on with the cowboy, and see where that story went, because that could have gone so many really cool places,
Right.
So I will not say it's a great film, and it's most certainly not everybody's film.
No, not at all.
The Witch is more everybody's film than this is everybody's film. Mm-hmm. Which,
I think the main people that can appreciate it is, one, fans of the Coen brothers that like how they do.
Yeah, clearly,
things.
if you're a Coen brothers fan, you're probably going to enjoy this film.
Or filmmakers.
And, I get it. But see, with me personally, I'm not just the biggest Coen brothers fanatic anyway.
Yeah, me neither. But I liked
I've liked a lot of their stuff. Like Raising Arizona, I think is an amazing film. But like everybody raves about Fargo, and I'm like, Fargo's okay. It's kind of like this. Like, if you're raving about this, it's because I think you like this style of filmmaking in the first place. So that's my 2 cents.
I think it could be a TV show though.
It could actually.
That'd be a fun TV show, kind of like the Mad Men type.
Yeah,
but with that comedic. Oh my God, it should be a TV show. I mean, they turned Fargo into a TV show.
Yeah,
why not?
So why not? Boom.
But yeah, so we kind of went into the second thing, but were there any main problem areas?
You know what
we already spoke of.
I have a pet peeve actually. I have a pet peeve. It's something you might consider it a small thing, but one pet peeve is this movie clearly takes place during the McCarthy era when they were accusing filmmakers in Hollywood of being communists. Okay, so this was during the 50s, if I remember correctly, 50s and 60s. My point in bringing this up is several times they show us the the movies that people are watching. They look inside of the projector reel and they have that projector viewer and they're looking at the image. And again, y'all might be like, oh, you're nitpicking, but the quality of the picture was just so good that I was like, well, that's clearly not shot on a camera from back then. You know what I mean? And while that might seem like a inconsequential thing, that's part of the reality, is selling that point. They're filmmakers, and this whole thing is revolving around the filmmaking. This whole movie is revolving around the filmmaking. Why wouldn't you pay attention to that and make it not look as clean and as good as it did? You know what I mean?
Because even though when I go back and watch older films, because sometimes I do binge watch old school films. The last one I watched was Some Like It Hot. And even though I don't think it was remastered, but you could still see some blips and some unclearness, and you could tell it was an older camera how they did it. So I totally see what you mean by not having that authentic
It felt like digital video.
Yeah. It really did. Now,
I'm not saying that ruined the movie, but, it's those little things that help build the illusion, So maybe if that one thing was better, we might have liked the film even more,
Right.
I'm not saying it was the camel that broke the straw's back or anything.
Is that right?
Nope. It's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Why do they say that?
Because eventually, if you keep loading straw up on a camel's back, you're going to load it too much.
But they're always eating out of that hole. Wait. What?
Good God.
Why would you? They can't bring no camel. Anyways.
Moving on.
Movie Holics, tell me what you thought about the straw that broke the camel's back. Anyway. All right. So, is that it? Is that what we thought?
Unless you have anything. That's all I got.
No.
Boom.
I think it was good.
I thought it was a good film. Not a great film.
It's a little bit.
You could skip it. Even if you wanted to see it, you could skip it at the theater.
Right.
I think.
Totally.
Definitely,
yeah.
There wasn't really a purpose for the theater experience on this one. It'll be just as fun at your house where you can pause it and go pee and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my thoughts.
All right, Movie Holics, so that was our review of the double feature Hail Caesar. What did you guys think about the review? What did you guys think about the movie? Did you see the movie? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and check us out on movieholics.net. Leave us comments. Say hey.
Boom.
Send me some cookies.
Send her some cookies. Send us some cookies.
All right, but it is time to high five it out, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Boo.
Oh my goodness, Kyler. Oh my goodness, okay? I'm just gonna go like this.
Come on in, white girl.